Yo, what's good, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry Sisters review. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell somebody to tell somebody. If not, just sit back, relax, and we're going to get right into this messy thing. Now, as you can see from the title of this video, I want to talk about the hit and misses that happened in season 7, episode 1 from these new writers. Before I get into this video, I do want to give major props to every new writer who is writing for season 7. It is not easy to come behind and change trash to magnificent beauty. They I don't mean to say it like that, but what I'm saying is they have their work cut out for them. I did not expect them to come in performing miracles, but there were just certain things I'm like, nah, wait a minute, y'all. Okay. And that's what I want to talk about today. So like I said, the hit and misses, in my personal opinion, that we witnessed in season 7, episode 1. It's not in any, in particular order, but there's some things we got to talk about. Now, I will give them props on, I was immediately able to tell that they have paid close attention to the intentionality of their dialogue within the characters. Instantly, I was able to point out we didn't get that repetitive dialogue of, you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. You positive? I'm positive. Tell me why you positive. Like, we didn't get that. The dialogue was very fluid. The fluidity is something that I can greatly appreciate, because 9 times out of 10 when we would listen to these characters, it sounded as if we were listening to elementary school students struggling with their reading. Okay, we just got to call a spade a spade. We just got to put it out there. The dialogue sometimes was very irritating and aggravating, but I think that the new writers did a great job with how they were allowing the characters to express themselves with having fluid an adult conversation. It was greatly appreciated, and it was immediately noticed. So props for that. The 3-month time jump, that is something that I also can appreciate, because as I've stated and as you guys know, 3 to 4 episodes equates to 1 day. So we have been watching Sistas since 2019, our time. However, for them in Tyler Perry's world, it's only been about 9 weeks. So I'm so grateful for this time jump, because we're able to see some type of progression in the lives, whether it's personal, professional, when it comes to these women. And to me, that is something that I can greatly appreciate, because a lot of times watching Sistas felt like we were just in a merry-go-round. They were dealing with the same stuff day after day, episode after episode, merely because episode by episode was literally same day, next day. You feel what I'm saying to y'all? So the 3-month time jump, new writers, thank you. I also love that we are going to be introduced to the idea of one of the sisters going to therapy, and we know that that sister is going to be Danny. I so greatly appreciated that Tony was the person that initiated the thought process of Danny thinking about going to therapy, because Danny has dealt with so much when it comes to being physically attacked and physically assaulted by men. She needs to go and unpack a lot of these things. The other character that I would like to see in therapy too is Karen, mainly because, like Danny and every other character on this show, these women do not have the opportunity to unpack their traumas. That is something that Tyler Perry did not write in the original 6 seasons. And I am so ready to see them unpack that. With Karen, we got to remember that she saw someone take their life in front of her. Not only that, she was physically assaulted by Fawn's brother in her own house. I believe that Sabrina is the only sister that has not been physically assaulted by a man. Danny has, Karen has, as well as Andy. And I really do hope we get an opportunity to see all of them go to therapy. So hopefully by Danny going, it will be a domino effect, and we can see the rest of these women go to therapy. But that is a major prop I have to give to the writers for initiating the thought process of therapy being a thing for these Black women to do and experience. Now I'm going to have to take a short pause and deal with one of the misses of season 7, episode 1. Why the hell is Penelope pregnant? Why is she still pregnant? Now, my issue is I don't have a problem with the fact that she is still pregnant, because there are some women who are pregnant up until the 10th month. What I have a issue with is that there was no dialogue to let us know exactly what's going on. Now, in season 6, we found out that Penelope was 7 months pregnant. There's been a 3-month time jump, and we all know basic math. 7 plus 3 is what? 10. There was nothing stated in episode 1 of season 7 that Penelope was like, well, I know that I'm past due, but we go to the doctor every week to make sure everything is fine. The baby hasn't turned yet. Give us something. They're about to induce my pregnancy next week. Give us something. Give us something that makes sense for this woman still being pregnant, because there's no way in hell Karen looking about big as her. Okay. And Karen's only like maybe 5.5 months. I'm not understanding this. So that just did not make sense to me. I felt like the writers, I ain't coming for y'all, but that there. But then also, there's this thing going around, because I believe originally the actress who plays Penelope was going to be casted as Jordan's ex-wife, but maybe they changed it for them to be brother and sister. I don't know what the hell happened, but this pregnancy here, unless she pregnant with a damn alien, something in the milk ain't clean. Okay, now writers, I'm gonna need y'all to make this make sense for us next week, because we need to know. Another miss, in my personal opinion, even though this person was not a favorite of mine. However, the character of Calvin has been around, I believe, since season 1, episode 1. And I believe he could have got a better send off than what he did. Honestly, the fact that he skipped town with a little white chick who loves to do all the little freaky deaky things he like to do in bed, I thought that was too easy. I thought that was entirely too easy. I just felt that he deserved better. Even though I really didn't like his character, I just felt that his presence was definitely felt. Even though when he wasn't around, I didn't miss him, but I just think he was too much, even of a good friend to Sabrina and a good friend to Maurice, for him to just skip town like that. That's just my personal opinion. I'm going to miss you, Anthony. You know what I'm saying? But I think they could have sent you off better than what they did. Another miss. I do understand how the writing goes when you're writing sitcoms. And I know you have your A story, which is your main story, which is normally the story that you start with. Andy, Gary, Penelope, and Jordan, that scene, it was too much time spent on it. To me, it was entirely too much time spent on it for me to be wondering why the hell is Gary at Andy's penthouse. This is such a toxic dynamic. The 4 of them being together for dinner just seems so incredibly wrong. So wrong. It was just a lot of time spent on it. Maybe it was a personal thing for me. I didn't really enjoy their scene because I just felt that it was too much. Not enough at the same time, and too damn long, but that's just me. Now, one of the hits that they did, season 7 writers, y'all completely changed my mind about Tony. And maybe it's because of how Tyler Perry wrote him initially. That was a turnoff. The way that Tony was presented to us, he was like a goofball, goofy. He seemed to not understand personal space. He was very intruding. It wasn't a turn on for me. However, the way that we see him in season 7, it is completely different. He has more of a calmer tone, more of a compassionate side. The way that he was speaking to Danny, the way that he understood, I can't get through, so let me call her best friend Sabrina and let her come and talk to her, because maybe Danny would feel more comfortable with Sabrina and the idea of therapy than me trying to push it. So I really enjoyed that. I am actually really looking forward to seeing Tony and Danny. And believe it or not, they may actually be in game. Shocking. Because, Danny does have a habit of purposely sabotage anything good going in her life. So we're going to see what happened with that. So this is not a video that I want to down, you know what I'm saying, the writers. I think that they are going to have an incredible season 7. I'm looking forward to it. This is just to talk about the things that I believe were hits and misses of season 7, episode 1. But for the most part, I can appreciate what they tried to do, and I understand to bridge the gap between what we have been accustomed to, where they want to take the story. You know what I'm saying? It was going to be a little shaky, but the things they could have helped, I'm going to need y'all to help. I'm also going to do a video talking about, we have not seen the last of Aaron. So y'all be on the lookout for that, because I know he coming back. And this is just not me wishful thinking. Okay, even because I want to see him back. I want to see him back. But I believe Aaron is going to be back. And so I'm going to do a video on that, explaining my reasonings as to why I feel the way that I do. So I want to thank you guys for listening. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there. One.